1. A Geico training specialist is developing a curriculum for newly hired claims adjusters. Which of the following best reflects the use of adult learning principles in the curriculum design? A. Requiring trainees to memorize policy manuals before simulations. B. Providing interactive case studies based on actual Geico claim scenarios. C. Delivering lectures with no opportunities for trainee interaction. D. Emphasizing theoretical models over practical application. 2. During an evaluation of a claims communication workshop, a Geico supervisor wants to assess long-term skill retention. Which evaluation method would be most effective? A. Pre-training survey. B. Post-session quiz. C. On-the-job performance audit 90 days later. D. Participant self-assessment immediately after training. 3. A mentor at Geico is supporting a junior underwriter struggling with time management. What is the most appropriate mentoring strategy? A. Assign additional tasks to test performance under pressure. B. Suggest resignation if time management doesn't improve. C. Collaborate to develop a customized action plan with measurable goals. D. Avoid involvement to promote independence. 4. When designing e-learning modules for regulatory compliance at Geico, which element ensures adherence to adult learning theory? A. Passive video lectures with mandatory completion. B. Required reading without quizzes. C. Scenario-based branching simulations reflecting regulatory decisions. D. Extensive policy text excerpts with no interaction. 5. In a high-stakes claims assessment training, what evaluation level from Kirkpatrick's model best assesses the impact on business results? A. Level 1 reaction. B. Level 2 learning. C. Level 3 behavior. D. Level 4 results. 6. A Geico team leader needs to communicate changes to claims processing protocols. Which communication approach is most effective? A. Mass email with technical language and no follow-up. B. Individual coaching with open dialogue and practice scenarios. C. Posting a memo in the break room. D. Including updates in a dense policy binder. 7. A curriculum developer is tasked with ensuring training content meets federal insurance regulations. What should be the first step? A. Create quizzes based on internal policies. B. Draft modules from memory of past training. C. Analyze current regulatory guidelines and integrate them into objectives. D. Focus on generic compliance content from public sources. 8. During a Geico mentorship session, the mentor notices the mentee lacks confidence when engaging with customers. What should the mentor do first? A. Immediately correct the mentee's speech. B. Role-play customer interactions to build confidence and offer feedback. C. Report the mentee to their supervisor. D. Assign reading materials about customer service. 9. What is the most effective method to determine whether a Geico employee training session improved communication accuracy among adjusters? A. Evaluate employee satisfaction surveys. B. Compare error rates in claim communications before and after training. C. Measure training attendance rates. D. Assess number of completed training modules. 10. A Geico learning and development specialist is designing a hybrid course. How can they best apply the principle of self-directed learning? A. Eliminate deadlines and structure. B. Offer learners options for content pathways based on prior experience. C. Require all learners to complete every module regardless of skill level. D. Provide content only in printed manuals. 11. Which of the following most aligns with formative evaluation in Geico's customer service training? A. Conducting a final certification exam. B. Gathering feedback during the pilot training session to make improvements. C. Publishing a success story after training completion. D. Reviewing yearly performance appraisals. 12. When coaching a Geico trainee who frequently misses policy compliance steps, which approach is most effective? A. Administer disciplinary action immediately. B. Use case-based learning to illustrate the consequences of noncompliance. C. Remove the trainee from policy-sensitive roles. D. Ignore the issue to avoid demotivation. 13. Which statement best demonstrates a curriculum objective aligned with Bloom's taxonomy at the apply level for a Geico training module? A. Define key Geico underwriting terms. B. List all steps in the claims process. C. Apply Geico's protocol to process a mock insurance claim. D. Describe the history of insurance regulation. 14. A Geico regional manager is concerned that new team leads are not mentoring effectively. What is the most appropriate response? A. Replace the team leads with more experienced staff. B. Provide structured mentor training that includes active listening and feedback techniques. C. Allow mentors to develop their own informal strategies. D. Reduce the mentoring responsibilities. 15. In designing training for insurance fraud detection, which strategy enhances critical thinking and adult engagement? A. Listing types of fraud with definitions. B. Including a final multiple-choice exam. C. Using real Geico case studies for group analysis and solution development. D. Requiring memorization of fraud statistics. 16. What is the primary purpose of using SMART objectives in Geico's training development? A. To keep training documentation brief. B. To ensure content remains theoretical. C. To establish clear, measurable, and achievable learning outcomes. D. To limit the need for post-training evaluations. 17. A trainer at Geico receives feedback that learners felt disconnected in virtual sessions. What strategy should the trainer adopt? A. Increase lecture time and reduce discussions. B. Incorporate interactive breakout rooms and real-time polling. C. Require learners to keep their cameras off for comfort. D. Deliver content only through email. 18. When tasked with developing a learning plan for a diverse group of Geico associates, what principle ensures inclusivity? A. Use only English language materials. B. Provide one-size-fits-all training. C. Incorporate varied learning styles and cultural perspectives. D. Exclude regional scenarios. 19. What approach would most likely ensure training accountability for regulatory updates at Geico? A. Allow staff to read updates on their own. B. Track completion of an online compliance module with embedded assessments. C. Send updates in a monthly newsletter. D. Announce changes at quarterly meetings without follow-up. 20. A new Geico team lead wants to use mentoring to improve team engagement. Which technique reflects effective mentoring practice? A. Focus mentoring on correcting weaknesses only. B. Center mentoring around policy recitation. C. Encourage open discussion of goals and offer developmental feedback. D. Avoid regular check-ins to promote autonomy. Geico Assessment Test. The Geico Assessment Test is a comprehensive pre-employment evaluation designed to measure a candidate's suitability for various roles within the company, particularly in customer service, claims, and sales departments. The test typically includes sections on logical reasoning, situational judgment, verbal and numerical aptitude, and job-specific skills. It assesses a candidate's ability to handle real-world scenarios, solve problems, communicate effectively, and adhere to regulatory and customer service standards. In some cases, it may also evaluate typing speed, attention to detail, and emotional intelligence. Geico uses this test to identify individuals who demonstrate strong decision-making abilities, professionalism, and alignment with the company's values and high-performance culture. Here are the top 5 beneficial uses of Geico Assessment Exam. 1. Candidate screening. The test helps Geico efficiently filter applicants by evaluating their aptitude, communication skills, and job fit before interviews, saving time and resources. 2. Role alignment. It ensures applicants are matched with positions that best suit their strengths, whether in customer service, claims, or sales, leading to higher performance and job satisfaction. 3. Predicting job success. By simulating real-life scenarios and testing problem-solving ability, the assessment predicts how well a candidate will adapt to Geico's fast-paced, customer-focused environment. 4. Reducing turnover. Hiring candidates better suited to the job and culture lowers early attrition rates, improving workforce stability. 5. Maintaining compliance. The test ensures that prospective employees understand regulatory and procedural standards, reducing legal and operational risks.